Oh my god, well that's, you know, join in on the fun of Chronicles. But if this character's supposed to be the Overlord, that's fine. But when you listen to Chronicles Season 1, you'll see that the former DM had his own character that was kind of the, for lack of a better term, it was the DM of the world. And he was known as the Chronicler. So technicality, you could always have the Overlord or whatever this character is be that type of character. Think of like the old D&D TV show where the DM would show up. You know what I mean? But again, that's just a suggestion for whatever you want to do. Like I said, outside of just keeping faith that what has happened thus far is canon, this is your sandbox now, dude. Do what you want. We're at the mercy of your imagination. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking, and that's pretty much what the Chronicler was supposed to do. Not saying he didn't, just saying he really didn't. Keith knows. Actually, to be fair, thinking about it, the only time the Chronicler ever physically appeared before the party wasn't even on Chronicles of the Lost Realm. It was for the spin-off show. Fucking Four Corners of Hell. He showed up right as Billy died to pull the some of the characters into the alternate world. That was literally the only time the Chronicler showed up. Well then, I have a public school education, so it means nothing to me. That's a cool name. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's Varesh. It's a basic mid-level town. Like it's pretty populated. It does have a castle to the queen. But it's more like her summer home. It's not like the capital. But Varesh itself is it's a mid-level. It's not exactly a city, but it's not exactly a village. It's kind of just in the middle. It's definitely a hub, you know. No, the original DM never homebrewed this shit. Never gave us a map. He just kind of gave us an idea. So, again, open area. The thing about the Lost Realm. Let me explain what the Lost Realm is. The world of the Lost Realm. Think of all Dungeons and Dragons realities as like a wagon wheel. Okay? So each spoke goes off to a particular place. Like there is the Forgotten Realms, Faerun. There is Kryn from Dragonlance. There is Ravenloft. Like they all exist. For example, my character is actually from the Forgotten Realms. He's from Faerun. Right? But the Lost Realm would be the hub. It would be the center of the wheel. The thing is that the only people who know of its existence are the people who live there or the people who have been there. That's why it's lost. And even more so, it's starting to die. One of the major threats to it that our characters had not yet discovered but one of the major threats to it, to help you kind of write your own story with this, is the world is starting to decay and die. And if it does, like the demons return, the evil overtakes the land, and destroys this world, think of that hub breaking off, what happens to the rest of the wheel. So it's almost like an anchor that needs to be protected, which is why the Stumble crew was even dragged into this. We were the quote-unquote chosen heroes that weren't supposed to be heroes. You had, and the original Stumble crew was Ferran. He's the only one that's from episode 1 on through. You had Hillman, who is coming back, so I guess he's gonna be, one of the originals too. So Ferran won't be alone anymore. But then you have Billy Knoll, the Bard, who unfortunately in the season finale got turned into a bardsicle and unrepairable. So the overall story arc of the Lost Realm is that we somehow, some way have to protect this realm and save it from the evil corruption that is forcing its way into its reality. So that way it protects all the other realms. But that being said, that's a we can go fucking seasons into that final finale. Until then, there's plenty of things, and the fact that the Stumble crew has no idea that that's the ultimate goal. We have no idea. We still don't. Most of us still don't understand why the hell we're in the Lost Realm. Like, to give you an example, Billy Knoll, like Keith can give you the background on Billy Knoll, but Billy has no idea why the hell he was there. Hillman doesn't care because he's half senile. Ferran was searching for his father. Ferran was looking for a way to save his father, which he actually gets to do, but not in the way he wanted to do it. I don't want to spoil it for you to listen to. But all of them had individual goals that had nothing to do with the Lost Realm. So they truly do not understand why they're there. And of course, you don't have to worry about whether Billy knows it or not anymore, because Billy's dead. Frozen is shattered. No, he's shattered. He was froze. He was blasted by a frost dragon. I mean, nobody. I mean, this is kind of like fucking, certain TV shows, or this is like Marvel Comics. Is anybody really permadead? I mean, that's an option if Keith ever wants to go back to Billy Knowles. Or he has information, or he's the only one who had information locked in his brain for us to continue what we were doing. Something that makes Billy's importance that important, where it's like, fuck, we gotta bring him back. Even though he's... That is true. You would probably have to explain Billy for him to know what you mean. Because Billy was a very meta character. Now, as far as your idea is concerned, I do have a personal suggestion. Well, not personal in the sense of like I have any emotional attachment personally, but one of the things that Karan's dealing with right now, besides the death of his friend that just recently happened, that he feels is solely his responsibility, his fault, which I'm sure if you ask Keith, it completely was his fault. Since he drunkenly went and picked a fight with a frost dragon. But also the queen, who turns out wasn't evil, but the whole entire season we thought she was, had turned around and murdered Ferran's twin sister. Well, she did it because Ferran's sister was a spy, and was found out, but Ferran doesn't care about that. You know what I mean? It's just his sister's dead. Maybe he could work that story arc with her. Just a suggestion, just a thought. She's another dead character that could be resurrected. If that's the route you even wanted to go. Her name was Quinzel. Her name was Quinzel. I don't know if you want to write that down or you'll remember it, but and she was leader of an assassin guild here in Varesh that was based in the tavern that Ferran now owns. That's why That's why he bought the tavern. It was the base of his sister, and he named it the Lone Drow because of her. But to explain that he's a business owner who's helping to rebuild Varesh and keeping the bar open for the patrons is oversimplifying. That boy's, as Billy will attest, that boy's got severe issues. He's still an alcoholic. He's still dealing with the guilt of the death of Billy. He's still dealing with the loss of his sister. He's still dealing with the fact that this is in a sense, this is all his fault. You know what I mean? So to give you an idea, like I can't speak for the rest of the characters because we haven't been introduced to him yet. But as far as Ferran's concerned, he's got emotional baggage that you could toy with something fierce. Okay. On YouTube, there is a group that plays 5th edition D&D, and they also do Star Wars, which I've been listening to just to get an idea of how Star Wars dice works. The dice system for Star Wars. But these guys are from Canada and they're fucking hilarious. And I'm hoping this is what we're going to become, where there is like a serious story. There is like a good story arc, but the characters are lovable and hilarious. And the group is called Dum-Dums and Dragons. Look it up. Like, you have a cleric who worships a cleric paladin who worships a god of flatulence called Moonhammer, and he derives his powers from farting. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. You guys have to check it out. I've been listening. I've been dedicated to listening to them. Like, I used to listen to Dice Camera Action, which is where I originally got the idea of doing RPG podcasts. But going all the way back to Gaming XP. But Dum-Dums and Dragons is exactly what I hope Chronicles of Lost Realm winds up kind of becoming. Just something that's very lighthearted and fun, even though it has serious themes and story. You're using the explosive weapon. Alright, man. Space. And as I said before with Chronicles of the Lost Realm, at one point Chronicles was one of our highest rated shows in Realm of the Mist. Just in general within Realm of the Mist. And a lot of people were pissed when we gave the season ender, especially on a cliffhanger. And they're probably going to be, though, if they're even paying attention, they're probably going to be pissed at that prologue. But I wanted to take some of the pressure off of you. You know what I mean? That's why I said let's make it a couple months later. You know, things have already resolved. It might piss them off a little bit, but they'll get over it as long as we give them a decent story for the future. But, you know, people were pissed that we took a break, which we needed to do. We had to take a season break. But then we didn't come back. Like, to give you an example, we lost listeners for losing Hillman. Like, no lie, there was dedicated fans to the character of Hillman. That when AJ had to leave, you know, and not be able to play anymore for a while, and we just wrote Hillman off as he went off into the sunset with this dragonborn mercenary character because he was, you know, totally infatuated with her. People were pissed. When's Hillman coming back? Is he ever coming back? So I was thrilled when AJ agreed to come back as Hillman, because I'm like, that'll make people happy. You know, so like there are people who enjoy each character. Like, I'm sure there's people that are pissed Billy's dead. Then there's people like me who are like, oh, thank God, no more bards. You really don't like Varan already, don't you? He should be, if he's trapped on the prime material plane, which is what I'm envisioning he is, he should be like constantly changing his class. Like, he's just looking for new ways to entertain himself. You know what I mean? Like, we see him and he's a fucking but that would be cool. Like, the first time we meet him, he's a fucking chef at a tavern. Yeah, or a brewer or something, you know, but something that he's doing because he just wants something to do to occupy his time. I don't know. I mean, that works for me. Like I said, it's your world now, Coaches. However you want to play it is how we'll play it. So, like I said, with Chronicles of the Lost Realm, it holds two rules. One is the rule of cool, means that if it's cool, it supersedes the rules. You know what I mean? If it's a cool action, it supersedes the rules. But of course, again, it's your world, so your rules. You know. But the second thing is, and the most important thing is, more than anything else, it's supposed to be entertaining, not only for the players, all of us, including the DM. We got to be entertained to even want to do this show. But we want the listeners to be entertained. Want them to be, wanting to be a part of the group. Sorry, I'm getting attacked by a bunch of feral ghouls while we're talking. But well, come to my world. I'm heading over to do. I'm heading over now to do fucking Uranium Fever. Okay, well, I can definitely do that with you. I would definitely suggest not doing it like we're doing now, just in case somebody watches this Let's Play stream and it's like, ooh, I know how fucking Chronicles is gonna get. No, we gotta keep some of it in suspense. No, it's fine. Right now, people can know that we're trying to put it together. You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with that. But the big thing that people should take away from this is the fact that we are coming back. We're projected, like, what we said, 3 weeks, give or take. We should be looking at doing the first episode. So, guys, keep an eye out. Return of Chronicles of the Lost Realm season 2. But yeah, as far as like lore of the world, I mean, I don't know anything. I don't know anything or everything of what our original DM had overall. But because I was the one that recorded everything, and usually I was the one because of putting together like the Chronicler's prologue and shit in the beginning of the shows, his previously on Chronicles of the Lost Realm. I guess you can kind of say I was the real-life chronicler as far as the storylines were concerned. Because I was the one that had to keep track of where the episodes were. Perfect, so nobody has any clue what we were talking about. They just think I'm an idiot talking to myself. No, I'm crazy, and I do what my... Oh, I'm crazy, and I definitely do what my Rice Krispies tell me to do, but I mean... In this particular instance, there was a voice in my head from an anonymous source. Or autonomous source. That's the word. Autonomous, right? That's a word. It's the word I'm going to go with. It's the word I'm going to go with. It works for me. It's my choice for the week. But no, you know, so as far as like the culture and lore of the Lost Realm, I can help you the best I can with what I know, but I don't know every overarching thing about it because it was somebody else's world and we were discovering it as he was releasing it. So even you think of it this way, Ferran, Billy, Hillman, they weren't from the Lost Realm. As such, they're discovering the Lost Realm for the first time themselves. So why would the players know anything about it?
Detecting terminated management personnel. Remove this individual from the premises.
Now, comedy and improv. Comedy and improv. Well, the... Well, for not to disappoint you, but when you listen, you'll find out Ferran was designed to be the straight man. He's a cat. No, if this was a comedy team, like if we were talking about comedy teams, Ferran was designed to be the straight man.
Volume extracted and processed. Output
he was the guy who was trying to lead the group, you know, and put up with their antics. He was Abbott to their Costello. Is the best way to describe it. So most of your craziness is going to be from everybody else. The comedy of Ferran is his reactions to it. Except he does have one factor. He's got a substance abuse problem. When he's drunk, he gets playful. He gets and now he's becoming more dependent on him because of the depression. But like, to give you an example, one of the episodes, which you'll get to later, one of the episodes, the DM decided that we were going to wind up meeting a bunch of druids that were having annual games. It was a lighthearted break episode, right? And we got introduced to joining these games and joining the druids. And Ferran had a very terrible roll on this homemade mead that these guys made, and was shit-faced drunk. Now you remember I told you Ferran hates bards. Just does not like bards, right? I'm so drunk, Billy Knowles has to carry me back to camp, and as he's carrying me back to camp, I'm plucking strings on his fucking hurdy-gurdy. And I'm looking for an invisible kitty somewhere. Like, Ferran takes a total personality change when he's drunk. And I did that purposely. And I did that purposely because everybody got used to Ferran being the downer, the naysayer, you guys are idiots character. So when I was given this opportunity and I failed, I crit the Constitution save on alcohol. I got a 1. Right? When I got that 1, I said, you know what? I'm gonna fucking play this, and it just kind of became part of his personality. That when he's drunk, he becomes the fun-loving guy. That's slightly annoying, but just fun.
Adequate uranium volume extracted and processed. Output quantity increased.
So, yeah, like I said, I can tell you Melwood is an alcoholic, or not an alcoholic. He's a connoisseur of alcohol. but he's eccentric is the best way I could describe his character. Hillman you'll love because he's a halfling who is a wizard who just discovered Fireball, by the way.
Terminated management
Who believes
personnel.
he's a
Remove
major
this individual
general.
from
Like,
the
he
premises.
talks about wars and shit. He seniles all shit. But everything reminds him of some made-up campaign he believes he was a part of. Unclear. You'd have to talk to AJ about that. As far as we know, he's full of shit. As far as we know, he's full of shit and he's senile as all hell. But, I don't know anything about Zephyr's new character. I don't know anything about Chris's new character. You'd have to get their backstory from them. Which is why I was suggesting maybe we should do a Chronicles by the Campfire, introducing the new players and their characters. Even though it's not in-world, like, our characters would still have to discover the personalities of the characters. For the listeners, they would be their first look at the new Stumble Crew. Stumble Crew 1.5. Which even that comes from comedy. Like, to give you an idea of this group in the third episode, like I told you, when we opted to team up and do this, Billy had suggested so people weren't paying in the tavern weren't paying attention to what we were doing because of the situations that happened. I'm not going to spoil it for you. He suggested we should pretend we're drunk and stumble out of the tavern, so we're no different than anybody else in the tavern. Nobody would know any different. So we did. From that is how we became the Stumble Crew. We're going on a stumble quest is what we were shouting out at the bar. We're going on a stumble quest. I don't. Okay. Okay. Right. So that was a stumble quest last night, huh? That's funny. That's fun. No, I never knew where it came from. Like, when I'll be honest, when we first did the joke, the first thing that popped into my mind was History of the World Part 1. If you remember the part where Dom DeLuise as Caesar was being presented with a bathtub, he's like, it's not impressive. And he's like, but to fill the tub, treasures of the Orient, and he's like, treasure bath! I'm going on a treasure bath! That's exactly how I call the stumble. We're going on a stumble quest! And apparently the listeners and all that dug it too because we were dubbed the Stumble Crew. It's literally the hashtag of the show. If you look at the intro, for example, where it says "Sounds Dicey Gaming, let the dice decide." If you look at that intro, at the bottom, after you see the main company logo of Sounds Dicey, let the dice decide, you also see Scroll Along featuring the Stumble Crew. And it's because people liked the characters. They liked the Stumble Crew. And I guess the silliness that we brought, so I'm really hoping we bring that back. Wait, I'm trying to imagine a half dwarf, half giant. So he's basically like average height. Oh, he'll fit in great in certain areas. Well, again, I had the spin-off show, Four Corners of Hell, like you're talking about. You didn't want him to be so OP. Just spitballing off my mind here. Like, besides the events of Chronicles of the Lost Realm, what if he turned around and decided he wanted to pull a Superman 2 and step into the Crystal Chamber, giving up his godlike powers and becoming a playable character later on if we do Four Corners of Hell? Four Corners was designed purposely to give people something to listen to until Chronicles came back. You know, and if you want to know how much we don't mind an inexperienced DM, I'm the DM of Four Corners. And I'm the most inexperienced player you know. Like, I played 2nd edition, and that was the last time I played up until this group.
May I be of assistance? At your service.
Oh, nice.
Sir.
Well, that was Quintel. When I designed Ferran and Quintel, they were the son and daughter of my main character, Nimtake Dauntless from 2nd edition. Alright.
Serve and protect.
Quintel and Ferran, when I designed those characters, Ferran was my playable character, and Quintel was his twin sister. They were designed to be the twins of my first ever D&D character, Nimtake Dauntless, who I played in 2nd edition. Okay? Quintel was designed to be my backup character if Ferran ever died, because of the story arc of trying to find their dad, which you'll discover in the show. I don't want to ruin it. I was a little pissed when the DM decided to NPC her and kill her. But I'm fine, you know, I'm fine with it because it was a cool story arc and storyline. But when it happened, I'm like, you son of a bitch. Yeah. But I mean, you know, like, that's the extent of my D&D history. Is I played three characters in my life, if you count the one-off character I played for a homebrew show called Shattered Dawn. In Shattered Dawn, I played a human in their world in terms, because it's not D&D, it's an actual game they created, but a human rogue type character. He was basically a bastard child of Captain Jack Sparrow and Han Solo. But he's the extent. Outside of him, he's the extent of my personal connection to Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. Yeah. Oh, like what's his face from fucking the Orville. Yeah, Yaphet, there it is. Okay, I don't know that. Okay. I don't even know what it is. Not a big anime watcher for the newer shit. When my extent of anime was the older stuff. Like you heard me talking to Zephyr and his suggestions and my responses to some of them. Yeah. See, that's my thing, and I know I'd butt heads with them about it, but, like, I don't like the modern anime because it's too cutesy, and the mainstream of it annoys me. I like the older shit where it was more about the story and less about stupid facial animations. Girl with giant mouth screaming at dude with a little teardrop next to his cheek. You know what I mean? Okay. That's fine. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm understand, I'm not opposed to anime, modern anime. It's just what I've seen thus far, like, there's only so much Pokemon I could tolerate. Yeah, there's only so much Pokemon I could tolerate. There's only so much, even Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I liked the original series of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but, like, the spin-offs just annoy the piss out of me. Right, you know, like I said, I'd never care for Dragon Ball or One Piece or Bleach or... Yeah, there are people who absolutely love them, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I'm done with this. No.
May I be of assistance?
Sounds it. But then again, I mean, it's not like the animes I used to watch growing up were any better. I mean, Tranzor Z had a female robot who had torpedo tits. Like, literally, she fired torpedoes out of her tits. You know, or Vampire Hunter D that, you know, he had a hand that talked. Which probably screwed up masturbation to no end. But I mean, you know... Okay. Pretty much. I'd agree with that. I would say that, you know, as you get older, your tastes and things do change. I am desperately trying to get below weight here. Oh, yes, I did it. I did it. I can fast travel. Woohoo. Excavator armor. When you're high enough level, I can make it for you. $25, I think, when I looked before. Okay, yeah. I think lowest was 25. Which, by the way, you need the excavator armor for completing a quest anyway. Later on, so having it already built... He kind of skips half the fucking quest for you, yeah. Long train, short track. 80 oh, look, squirrel. Ooh, something shiny, that's what it was. Yeah, ooh, something shiny. Oh, Lord. CDO. Makes sense. Here we go.
Are these for sale? Seriously?
Sell. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I could help. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, the workstation camp that I dropped. That's what you're talking about. Yeah. It does. I mean, I got two different ones. I made a platform in one game and a, you know, kind of a two-story tower in another one. But I mean, it does come in handy because everything's there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't let some of these assholes tell you otherwise. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
What is this? Abraxo scouring for?
And any bulk that needs to be bulked. God, my steel in this game is out of control. How did I get so much steel? Well, it's not just plastic. If you run with a shotgun, you got... Look, you could find ammo all over the place, but in truth, the only best way to get ammo is to make it. And if you run with a shotgun, the shotgun shells require plastic. Steel and lead are easy to come up with. Plastic's harder. That's why you got to learn what things you could scrap, like obviously plastic forks and spoons and, you know, that type of stuff work. But there's also things like fucking laser rifles have plastic in them. You know, so it's learning what you want to pick up that has the components you need, and never not picking them up. Yep. No, not plasma, laser. Maybe the plasmas do. I know the laser weapons do. So whenever you kill super mutants that have a laser rifle or a laser pistol, grab it.
Just can't
shake these nightmares.
It does.
Living in space forever. Just why?
Oh yeah. Scrapped items take less space than the original component, and then bulk scrapped items take up less space than the loose scrap. Which is why I'm always on a freaking treasure hunt for plastic. Always. Well, wood's not that bad, but I just realized... Wood's not that bad, but I just realized I'm over 1,000 pieces of scrap steel. Well, it's funny because on PS4, I'm begging for steel. I can't keep enough steel around. But in this game, I'm swimming in it. That's it, you know, like I'm excited. I can't wait to get this shit started. Just, you know, besides getting the listenership back and giving them what they want, I'm excited to see where we go with this. Winging it's fine, dude. I mean, like, to give you an example, some encouragement. Breaking the fourth wall, obviously something completely different from Chronicles of the Lost Realm. I interview people, right? I interview celebrities and shit like that. Because of the format that I try to keep it where it's more like a conversation like you and I are having now, I don't write out a script. I don't write out a list of questions I want to ask. If you're a celebrity, I come up with 1 or 2 bullet points to discuss, right? And then after coming up with those 1 or 2 bullet points, I let the conversation dictate my next question. You know, because as I'm paying attention to what they're saying, it leads me to the next thing. Well, wait a minute. You mentioned this. That's kind of neat. What's this about? Or what, you know? And it makes it a lot more organic. So, you know, to apply that in a sense to what you're doing with Chronicles, have an overall idea of what you want to have happen, but in the reality of it, we're probably gonna fuck up your plans anyway.
Commencing lawful use of
Well, to give you an idea of what I mean by, like, we'll fuck it up. It's kind of spoilerish, but you'll hear it in one of the episodes. We wind up in the Fae world, the world of the Fae, right? Talking to the Raven King. And Ray, the DM, thought he was setting it up really nice for a cliffhanger episode where the portal opens up for us to go back to the Lost Realm. And as it opens, in comes all the Queen's hand, followed by this giant suit of fucking armor, you know, with a mirror face, right? And now we're cliffhung at like, oh shit, they just invaded the Fae world, and we've got to defend everybody, and we're grossly outnumbered, including this fucking giant, fucking walking whatever the fuck it is, right? So the beginning of the next episode, the whole week goes by. The beginning of the next episode, people are expecting this gigantic fucking battle. Fucking Farron pulls out his 2 swords. He's standing for battle. Billy's behind him, preparing a fucking inspiration to try to get everything together. And then Hillman turns around, pushes between Farron and Billy, launches Fireball, and crits it. 1-hit death. To which even the DM was like, well, fuck, I don't know what to do with you guys now because I had a lot bigger plans. Fucking melted him. So yeah, we will fuck up the plan. Especially when especially when all of it can be relied on the roll of the dice. You know how unpredictable they are. Because you could sit there and think like this is something that Ferran could easily do. There's no way he could fail this. It's gonna be so pivotal to the story arc. Ferran's gonna be like, I totally get it now. I get what we're supposed to do and where we're supposed to go, and I will roll it.
And including death, if you're
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Well, that was like... Go ahead, go ahead. Well, I mean, that was basically Nim, my first character. He was a character I played from level 1. And my DM was sick of him. Like, he expected Ferran to die like 10 times over. Like, one time he had me trapped by a lich, right? And I was chained to a wall. And had all my shit stripped from me. He was just keeping me there waiting for the rest of the group to show up. And the rest of the group did show up, and one of our wizards, who was a Harpell, by the way, if you know anything about Forgotten Realms, you know the Harpells, decided to launch a fireball into the room, which hit me. Now, as a drow, I have a 50% magic resistance, so I was able to take majority of that hit, but it wiped out half my hit points. It also melted the bonds. It also melted the bonds. So Nim was actually able to stay conscious and was now free. He turned around and grabbed his swords from his stuff that was laying in the corner. Didn't grab his armor, didn't grab everything else, and challenged the Lich one-on-one. And killed him. Now, understand, this Lich, that's it. This Lich had a sword of sharpness that he struck Ferran with, and Nim with, and Nim was bleeding out within three rounds. Like, he was going to be dead in 3 rounds, right? And I was carrying a Vorpal Scimitar, and right as the last round hit, I chopped the Lich's head off. And then dropped dead, and our cleric brought me back to life. He's like, I'm bringing back the badass elf. You know? That was the type of character Nim was. So, finally, at the end of his run, Nim's ultimate goal was he wanted to defeat Loth and free the drows from the influence of the Spider Queen. So it would completely change their society, their rules. They would not be evil anymore. They would not be a matriarchy anymore. Men would not be just, you know, slaves and sex toys to the priestesses of Loth. That's what he wanted. And he got the opportunity to face Loth. Now again, he's carrying a Dragon Magazine artifact sword, which is called a glass blade. This thing cuts through prismatic spheres. And he's carrying a +8 Vorpal scimitar, and he's wearing a girdle of Cloud Giant strength. He's basically a god, right? Well, my DM's like, there's no way he's beating Loth. I don't care how powerful he is. Loth is Loth, right? I killed Loth. My DM punished my character by retiring him in this way. Okay, you beat Loth. You now are the god. No, you are now the god of the Drow. You have absorbed her power and her status. You are now the Spider King of the Drow. I said, cool, Nim can make things the way he wants them to be. He said, you're corrupted by her influence. You're just as bad. So my chaotic good ranger Drow turned into a chaotic evil god monarch. That was my DM's way of retiring Nim because he was sick and tired of him. Which again, I don't want to spoil it for you, but Nim returns because one of the major focuses of Faran was finding and rescuing his father. You'll hear it in the storyline. It's resolved. You don't have to handle it anymore. It's resolved. But you'll hear it. And even that doesn't necessarily work out the way I wanted for Nim. No. Knew he was gonna blow. No. I've only recently started discovering these I'm assuming it's like people playing D&D or something of that nature. Like groups playing. Okay. I was about to say I've only recently discovered those. Oh wait, yeah. I think I know something similar to this. Yeah, go ahead. That's interesting. I am getting nothing accomplished tonight. I cannot find these things they want me to find. What the fuck did I just hear growl at me? Oh, it's these things. I hate these fucking things. The floaters. Never have added these fucking things into the game. Oh my god. absolutely hate those goddamn floaters. They really are. Oh! I don't... I didn't tell you guys. Fucking my buddy from Wales that you guys met for a little bit, and the other night, the last time we all played together, you and Zephyr jumped off. We found the fucking Wendigo Colossus. And we killed it. It was fucking it was a fucking level 90 creature. Oh my god, this thing was a fucking beast. You have to nuke a site. You have to nuke particular sites that randomly appear. Whoa! Where the fuck did you come from? I came to take over the workshop and I just got attacked by a glowing level 95. What's this now? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the gunshots. It wasn't my wife saying magic. She said kind of like that, because I was discussing the Colossus, and then this dude just showed up out of nowhere randomly. Yeah, so stay away from abandoned Bogtown. Apparently there's a Colossus hanging, or not a Colossus, a Behemoth hanging around. Which luckily I killed, but just barely. That dude was fucking me up when I'm already fucked up. Oh, that sucks. Oh. Oh, I don't blame you. I'd be annoyed at the fucking level 1 killing me. I won't lie, I'd be like, are you fucking kidding? Yeah, I don't blame you on that one. Something tells me I better get in this. All right. I'll check it out. I will definitely check that out. I'm just hoping one of the characters, especially Chris's character, since he's a paladin, or, you know, since he's a paladin, I'm really hoping for a Leroy Jenkins moment. Leroy Jenkins! Have you ever watched the original video of Leroy Jenkins? I love the fact that he was, you know, his team was working so hard to come up with a battle plan, and they had a good one going. You flank from this side, you flank from this side, and we'll handle this, and you handle that. Everybody got it good. Get the fuck out of here! Nah, fuck that, dude. That's somebody you build the team around. To me, it's like, nah, fuck that. You're the guy now. God almighty. That was some great shit though. You cannot be mad at that. It's like impossible to be mad at that. True. What does this do? I have an interesting approach to Japanese anime. I don't like subtitles. I'd rather deal with bad lip syncing or American voice acting to where I could just listen to the dialogue and watch what's going on than being taken away from watching the screen because I'm trying to read the words. And from what I've seen, Sword Art Online is all subtitles. Has it? The last time I tried to look at it, it was all subtitle. So automatically would be a no for me. Oh, that's fun. Oh, absolutely. I know it has a. I know it's got a. I know it's got a hard following. Okay. I will have to check that out. Nah. The most anime recent anime I've been watching, which is a Netflix original, has been Castlevania. Yes. Yes. I have. There's a couple filler episodes in this one, but overall it's still really good. I need more food. I need more food. Yeah, I have gotten into that. Oh, actually, there's another one I've been watching that's kind of Final Fantasy-ish that's on Netflix. What the fuck is it called? Like Fantasy Blue or some shit like that? Grand Blue Fantasy or it's very Final Fantasy-ish. Essentially, yeah. Fantasy Grand Blue, yeah. Yeah, Fantasy Grand Blue, or something similar to that, yeah. No more little blue girl for you? It's pretty good. I mean, it's slow. It's a little slow at parts. Like there was one episode they spent in town shopping. You know, it was a build up for the next episode, but it was kind of boring. So it's slow in parts, but overall it's not too terrible. Alright.
There is a spelling surprise around every corner.
Attention citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
I do love the fact that you point out to me that I will be annoyed by it.
Just can't shake these nightmares.
Yeah, it sounds about right for me. Ah, shit.
One man just in a electron paradise.
I just can't shake these nightmares. Living in space forever. Just why?
I couldn't tell. Just slightly. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see, sign. Desperately trying to make room. My stash while we're talking. It really, really is. Alright, dude. Go have fun. You too. Alright, guys. We are going to continue our new kit. I'm curious where. Let's see where they nuked.
So much junk, so little time.
They went for Scorched Earth. They went for the Scorched Queen, the Scorched Beast Queen. I may have to go down there. I think I have enough room to put these plans in for sale.
Space forever. Just why?
Hello? Oh. Sell. Sell. Okay, those plans are in. Don't think I have any cooking to do, but we'll just double check. I do not. I think I'm as good as I'm going to get right now. My weapons are repaired. Why not? Let's go do Scorched Earth.
initiate trading. How can I assist you today? Ready to exchange items? Now displaying current stock. Ready to initiate training. Eureka! I hit solid mode.
I just can't shake these nightmares. In space forever. Just why?
More shots. More that drop.
I just can't shake these nightmares. Just why?
That in. Put that in.
Hey, you. Must be my lucky day.
Scrap whatever needs scrapping. All
I just can't shake these nightmares. Living in space forever. Just why? SSA put us there. Even though she's in my eye, Anne deserves a second chance.
Besides deep pocketing my armor, that helped. You okay? Dinner not sitting right. Let's go visit some friends. What's the matter? Something weird going on here. Fine. They're not attacking me. Whatever's not loading in. Feel better? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast travel out and walk back in, and hopefully it'll load in whatever's not loading in. Because that's what I think of this situation. Whoops. Wonder if I can make these things stop doing that. now that that's happened, so all the enemies are defeated. What enemies? Would help to know what enemies they're trying to defeat. Seems like this one's just completely glitched out. Ooh, a blood pack needed. In fact, this location's glitched out because there's no enemies to defeat. That sucks. I wanted to take that over. That's fine. I'll go to Silvis Homestead. I'll take that over. Right? I can't seem to complete anything else at the moment, so why not?
survives this.
Perfect. I'm so glad you're here. I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why?
How could anyone throw away this used toilet paper?
I just can't shake these nightmares. Living in space forever. Just why?
The world is my dumpster.
hard to concentrate on my work when you're gone. I just can't shake these nightmares. Alone in space forever. Just why?
Be sure to stock up while you can. Stock up now while supplies are available. Resupply here, citizen. Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies.
shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why? They're just these nightmares.